This podcast is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free. Welcome to a brand new deep dive. We love taking a big pile of information and just boiling it down to what you really need to know.
Yeah, get right to the good stuff.
Exactly. So today, we're really focusing in on your Shopify store. We're looking at those kind of sneaky conversion mistakes that might be quietly hurting your sales.
Mm-hmm.
We went through the article, Common Shopify Conversion Mistakes and How to Avoid Them, over on the Conversion Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Did the homework so you don't have to.
Think of this as your fast track to a store that actually makes more money. Our goal today, pretty simple really. We want to point out the common slip-ups Shopify owners make.
And give you solid ways to fix them. Stuff you can actually use to see, a real difference in your revenue.
Right. We're talking actionable strategies, not just theory.
Totally. We're going to get into, everything. The tech side, design flaws, how your product pages look, site search, even your bigger marketing picture.
And we can't forget analytics and customer support. They're huge pieces of this conversion puzzle.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Conversion rate optimization, CRO, for Shopify. What does that actually, mean day to day?
Well, basically, your conversion rate is just the percentage of visitors who do the thing you want them to do on your store.
Like making a purchase.
That's the main one, yeah, making a purchase. But it could also be simpler things like adding something to their cart or maybe signing up for your email newsletter.
Okay.
The article mentions a benchmark for, say, 2025, aiming for somewhere between 3% and 5% conversion rate is pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
But, that number can really vary. Depends a lot on your industry, what exactly you're selling, that kind of thing.
Right, so it's not just about getting eyeballs on the site. It's about what those eyeballs do once they're there.
Precisely. Conversion, at its core, it's about trust and persuasion. You're basically convincing visitors your stuff is worth buying and you're the place to buy it from. And to know if you're doing a good job, you've got to watch your metrics. Things like average order value, AOV.
How much people spend on average.
Exactly. And your cart abandonment rate, how many people load up a cart and then just vanish.
Yeah, gotta track that.
And your repeat purchase rate. Are people coming back for more? These numbers tell you if your efforts are actually, working.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So instead of just pouring money into getting more traffic, CRO helps you get more value from the traffic you already have.
You got it. Think about it. You've already spent time, maybe money, getting people to your store. CRO is about maximizing the return on that investment. It makes your existing marketing work smarter, leads to more sustainable growth in the long run.
All right, makes sense. So we know why it's important. Let's get into the common mistakes, the what not to do. Starting with technical and design stuff.
Yeah.
Mobile optimization comes up first. Why is that such a big deal?
Well, just look around. Everyone's on their phones constantly, right?
Yeah.
A massive chunk of online shopping happens on mobile now.
True.
So if your Shopify store isn't built for those smaller screens, you're basically slamming the door on a whole lot of potential customers.
Ouch.
Imagine trying to click a tiny button that keeps moving or waiting forever for an image to load. It's super frustrating. People just won't stick around.
Okay, so what's the fix? Responsive design.
Responsive design is key, yeah.
Yep.
Your store needs to automatically adjust itself, the layout, the buttons, everything to look and work perfectly on any screen, phone, tablet, desktop.
Right.
And it's not just about looking okay. The experience has to be smooth, easy to tap, easy to scroll.
So test it everywhere.
Definitely. Test it on different phones, different browsers, and seriously, get real people to try it. Ask friends, family, maybe a small test group. Get their honest feedback. Does anything feel clunky? Hard to use?
Good advice. Next up, site speed. I know I personally have zero patience for slow websites. How big an impact does speed have?
Oh, it's huge. Really huge. The article points out that even a 1-second delay in your page load time can cause a noticeable drop in conversions.
Wow, 1 second.
Yep. People expect things instantly online. You click, you expect it to appear now.
So what usually causes that slowdown?
Often it's things like really large images that haven't been compressed. They just take ages to load. Or maybe having way too many Shopify apps installed in the background.
The apps.
Yeah, each one adds code, potentially slowing things down. And sometimes it's just inefficient code in the store's theme itself.
So practical fixes. Compress those images.
Absolutely. First step, use web formats like JPEG or WebP. Compress them so they're smaller files but still look good. And do an app audit. Seriously, look at all the apps you have installed. Do you really need every single one? Be ruthless. Uninstall anything you're not actively using.
Good point. Free up resources.
Exactly. And maybe monitor your speed whenever you add a new app just to make sure it's not dragging things down. A fast site just feels more professional, keeps people engaged.
Totally agree. Speed's essential. Okay, what about finding your way around? Navigation and user experience flaws. What are the common trip-ups here?
Oh, yeah, this one's big too. Imagine walking into a maze instead of a store. That's what bad navigation feels like online.
Yeah.
If people can't easily find what they're looking for, they get frustrated, fast, and they just leave. Complicated menus, especially if you have lots of products. That's a classic problem. Feels impossible to find anything.
So how do you make it easy? Simplify.
Simplify, yes. Think clear, logical structure. Use straightforward menus. If you have a lot of products, maybe a well-organized mega menu is the way to go. Group things intuitively. Use clear category names, consistent labeling everywhere. A good visual hierarchy helps guide the eye. Basically, make it effortless to browse.
Effortless browsing.
Aw.
Got it. Okay, let's say someone found a product, added it to the cart. Now they're ready to buy,
Yeah.
to check out. What goes wrong here?
Yeah.
Abandoned carts are the nightmare.
This is the final hurdle, and yeah, so many stores mess it up here. They add friction right at the end.
Like making you fill out a million fields.
Exactly. Asking for tons of info you don't actually need right then. Or, and this is the big one, forcing people to create a full account just to buy something.
Oh, I hate that.
Right. People just want to buy the thing. Adding steps, making them register, it just increases the chances they'll bail.
So how do we fix the checkout nightmare?
Streamline it. Cut out every single unnecessary field.
Oh.
Seriously, question if you need that info right now.
Okay.
And offer guest checkout. Make it obvious. Let people buy without signing up if they want to.
Yes, please.
And be totally upfront about costs. Shipping, taxes, show it early. No nasty surprises at the final step.
Good point.
Oh, and abandoned cart emails. Don't forget those. A simple reminder can actually bring a surprising number of people back to finish their purchase.
Great tips. Okay, let's zoom in on the product pages themselves. This is where the convincing happens, right? What are the pitfalls here? The article mentions inadequate product info first.
Absolutely. The product page is your main sales pitch. And just, copying the generic description from the manufacturer, that's usually not going to cut it.
Right. Not enough detail.
Exactly. People want the specifics. What's it made of? What are the exact dimensions? Sizing info, key features, benefits, maybe even how to use it or style it. If that info is missing, they have questions. They lack confidence, and they'll probably go look somewhere else that does answer their questions.
So what makes a good product description?
You need to write original, compelling copy, speak to the buyer's needs, don't just list features, explain the benefits. How does this product make their life better?
Okay, focus on benefits.
Use bullet points. Make it easy to scan. Breakup text. The clearer and more complete your info, the more confident they'll feel hitting that buy button.
Makes sense. And visuals. We talked about images for site speed, but for persuasion, they're critical, right? Core visual presentation is mentioned.
Oh, absolutely critical. Online, your photos are the product, essentially. Grainy, blurry, low-res images. They just scream low quality and erode trust instantly.
Looks unprofessional.
And only showing one picture. From one angle, that doesn't cut it either. People can't get a real feel for the item, creates uncertainty, reduces credibility. You need multiple high-quality shots.
So best practices for visuals.
Invest in good photography. Crisp, well-lit photos. Show multiple angles, front, back, side, maybe a close-up on details.
Zoom function.
Definitely offer zoom so they can see the texture or details. And consider video. A short video showing the product in use can be incredibly powerful. Good visuals build confidence, answer questions visually.
Okay, great description, amazing photos. What else does a product page need? Social proof comes up next.
Social proof. Digital word of mouth. It's super powerful. Think about when you shop online. If you're on the fence, what do you look for?
Reviews. Ratings.
Exactly. Reviews, ratings from other customers. If a store doesn't have those, you subconsciously wonder, has anyone actually bought this? Were they happy? That lack of validation can definitely hold people back.
So how do you get that social proof working for you?
Well, you got to ask for it. Encourage customers to leave reviews after they buy. You can automate reminder emails.
Offer an incentive, maybe?
Yeah, sometimes a small discount on their next purchase helps encourage feedback. And showcase user-generated content if you can. Customer photos, testimonials from social media. It feels authentic. Real people using your stuff builds huge trust.
That's smart.
Right.
Okay, last piece on the product page puzzle. The call to action, the CTA. Ineffective CTAs. How does that happen?
Often the main button, add to cart, by now, it's just weak. Maybe the color blends in too much or the text is boring, like just submit.
Right, doesn't grab you.
The good CTA needs to stand out, be visually distinct.
Yeah.
Use clear, action-oriented language. Tells the shopper exactly what happens next. If it's hidden or bland, you're losing sales right there.
So what makes a CTA really work?
Make it prominent, visible without scrolling, use strong verbs, add to cart now, get yours today, shop the collection,
Action words?
use a contrasting color so it pops off the page, and definitely A/B test it.
Ah, testing again?
Always test different button colors, different wording, see what your audience actually responds to best. Data beats guesswork every time.
Okay, product page nailed down. Now, how do people even find the product? Let's talk search functionality mistakes. Basic limitations first. What are the issues there?
A bad search bar is a major frustration. The default Shopify search can sometimes be a bit basic. It might not understand synonyms or if someone misspells something slightly.
Yeah, like searching sweater versus jumper.
Exactly. Or maybe it struggles with product codes, chooses. And sometimes there's no clear way to see all results if the first few aren't right. People just give up on the search.
So how do you fix a weak search?
Look into enhanced search apps for Shopify. There are solutions designed to be smarter, handle typos, understand variations,
Yep.
and definitely add good filters to your search results page. Let people narrow things down by size, color, price, whatever makes sense for your products. Makes it much easier to find things, stops people getting frustrated and leaving.
Makes sense. And beyond the basics, the article mentions advanced search optimization. What's the benefit there?
Going beyond basic search really improves the experience. Good filtering is part of that, letting people slice and dice results, autocomplete suggestions as they type. That helps them find things faster, maybe discover related terms.
Free to search, yeah.
But the real gold mine with advanced search, analyzing what people are actually searching for on your site.
Ah, the data.
Exactly. What terms are they using? This tells you so much about what your customers want.
How can you use that search data effectively?
Well, you monitor those search terms. You see what's popular, what trends are emerging. Maybe you spot gaps, things people are searching for that you don't offer yet.
Interesting.
You can use those keywords to optimize your product listings so they show up better in search, especially for seasonal stuff. If
Yeah.
people start searching beach towels in April, you know it's time to feature them.
Right. Informs inventory too.
Absolutely. Helps you decide what to stock, when to stock it. That search data is invaluable for planning.
Okay, shifting gears to marketing now. Marketing and conversion strategy mistakes.
Yeah.
First up, ineffective value proposition. What's the common problem?
Often, stores just list features. They forget to shout about the unique benefits. Why should someone buy from you specifically? If that's not crystal clear the second someone lands on your site, they won't know what makes you special.
So how do you make that value prop pop?
You need to clearly state what you do best. What makes you different? Is it amazing craftsmanship? Super fast shipping? Incredible customer service? A unique brand story?
Right. Identify your thing.
Whatever it is, put it front and center. Banners, headlines, throughout the site. Make sure visitors instantly get why you're the right choice for them. Answer. Who's your customer? What problem do you solve? Why are you better than alternatives?
Good framework. Okay, next tactic. Neglecting scarcity and urgency. How do you use these without being, annoying or fake?
Yeah, it's a fine line. Scarcity, only 3 left. And urgency, on sale ends tonight.
Yep.
Because I definitely motivate people to buy now. But you have to be transparent.
No fake timers.
Please, no fake timers or false low stock counts. That kills trust. If stock is genuinely low, show it. If a sale has a real end date, state it clearly. Be honest. A light touch is usually best. A simple low stock label can work wonders without being pushy.
Okay, ethical urgency. Got it. What about missing out on upselling and cross-selling? What's being left on the table?
A lot, potentially. If you're not suggesting related items or maybe a slightly better version of what they're looking at, you're missing easy ways to increase your average order value.
Right, getting them to spend a bit more per order.
Exactly. Upselling is suggesting a higher priced, similar item. Cross-selling is suggesting complementary products. Both can really boost revenue if done right.
So how do you implement that smartly?
You could have recommendations pop up in the cart customers also bought, or have a section on the product page you might also like.
Needs to be relevant though, right?
Absolutely relevant, not just random products, accessories, care kits, items that genuinely go together. Make it helpful, not just salesy.
Okay. And the last marketing strategy point, ignoring customer lifetime value, CLTV. Why is focusing only on the first sale a mistake?
It's super short-sighted. Getting a new customer is great, but the real value often comes from keeping them coming back. CLTV is the total amount you expect to earn from a customer over their entire relationship with you.
So focusing just on that first sale misses the bigger picture.
Totally. You miss out on repeat business, loyalty, all that good stuff. Understanding CLTV helps you figure out how much you can actually spend to acquire and retain customers.
How does tracking CLTV change things?
It informs your marketing budget, for sure. You know what a loyal customer is worth, so you can justify spending to keep them happy. It also guides your email marketing, your loyalty programs, even customer service. Building relationships pays off way more in the long run than constantly chasing one-time buyers.
Okay, let's move to another critical area, analytics and testing. A common mistake is inadequate data collection. Why is flying blind so dangerous?
Well, it's like driving with your eyes closed. Without data, you're just guessing, making changes based on gut feeling. It might work, or it might make things worse.
Right.
You need data to understand what's really happening. How are people using your site? Where are they getting stuck? What's working? Data gives you the insights to make smart decisions.
So what data should stores be grabbing?
Definitely Google Analytics and Shopify's own reports. They give you the basics. Traffic sources, page views, bounce rates, conversion paths.
The quantitative stuff.
Right. But also consider tools like heat maps, see where people are actually clicking and scrolling, and maybe customer surveys for the why behind the numbers. Qualitative insights. Combining both gives you a much richer picture.
And once you have the data, you need to analyze it. The article mentions failing to analyze the funnel. What does that mean?
It means you might see, say, lots of traffic hitting product pages, but very few adding to cart, or lots adding to cart, but few actually buying. You need to know where they're dropping off.
Finding the leaks.
Exactly. If you don't analyze each step from landing page to category to product to cart to checkout, you can't fix the leaks effectively. You're just guessing where the problem is.
So how do you map that funnel out?
Visualize the journey. What are the key steps? Viewing a product, adding to cart, starting checkout, completing purchase. Track conversions between each step in your analytics. That shows you exactly where the biggest drop-offs are happening. Then you know where to focus your efforts. Fixing a bottleneck in the checkout might have a way bigger impact than tweaking the homepage.
Makes sense. Pinpoint the problem. And the final analytics point. Lack of A/B testing. Why is guesswork just not good enough?
Because, honestly, your gut feeling is often wrong. What you think will work better isn't always what actually works better for your real customers.
Yeah, assumptions can be dangerous.
A/B testing takes out the guesswork. It's a scientific way to compare two versions of something, a headline, an image, a button color, and see which one performs better based on real user behavior.
So how does someone get started with A/B testing if they've never done it?
There are tools that make it pretty easy now. Things like Optimizely or Google Optimize, they integrate with Shopify.
Okay.
You start with a hypothesis. Changing this button to green will get more clicks. Then you set up a test showing half your visitors the original blue button, half the new green one. The tool tracks the results.
And tells you which one.
Yep. The data tells you what works best for your audience. Let the data guide your decisions, not just hunches.
All right, last major area.
Yeah.
Customer support and trust issues. Limited support options is listed as a mistake. Why is quick help so important?
Because when customers have questions, especially right before buying, they want answers now. If they hit a snag or unsure about something, and the only option is sending an email into the void,
They might just give up.
exactly, they lose confidence. They might worry about getting help after they buy if something goes wrong. Lack of easy support definitely costs sales.
So what support channels are good to offer?
Ideally, multiple options. Live chat is great for instant answers. A really good, thorough FAQ page can handle a lot of common questions proactively.
Saves everyone time.
For sure. Phone support, if you can manage it, builds a lot of trust. And AI chatbots are getting better and better for 247 basic support. The key is making it easy for people to get help when they need it.
Okay. And related to that is the idea of trust signals and transparency. What undermines trust here?
Hidden information is a big one. Unclear return policies, unexpected shipping fees popping up right at the end, lack of clarity about shipping times.
The prizes are usually bad in checkout.
Definitely. Also, not having visible security badges, like from your payment processor or showing you have an SSL certificate. People need to feel safe entering their payment details. Any whiff of uncertainty or lack of openness makes people hesitant.
So how do you build that trust and transparency?
Be upfront. Make your policies returns, shipping, privacy super easy to find. Display those security logos prominently. Be crystal clear about all costs, including shipping and taxes, before they get to the final payment step. Openness and clarity are absolutely essential for building confidence.
Wow, okay. That was incredibly thorough. We've really unpacked a ton of common Shopify conversion mistakes and, crucially, how to fix them, digging into that Conversion Bible article.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground tech, design, product pages, search, marketing analytics, support.
The big takeaway seems to be there's no single magic fix, right?
Not at all. Improving conversions is about taking a holistic look, being
Yeah.
methodical, using data, understanding your customer's journey, and smoothing out all the bumps along the way.
So for everyone listening, the first step is probably just taking an honest look at your own store with all this in mind.
Exactly. Do a self-audit. Where are your potential weak spots based on what we discussed? Which areas could you realistically tackle first? Remember, even small, focused changes can add up to make a real difference to your bottom line.
Which leads us to that final thought for you to chew on.
Yeah, think about this. What's one small, doable change you could make to your Shopify store, maybe even today, that you suspect might have the biggest positive impact on your conversion rate?
Good question. It's often those little tweaks, isn't it?
Often, yeah. The ones that remove just a little bit of friction or add just a little bit more clarity or trust.
Ready to supercharge your Shopify store sales with perfectly optimized discount codes. Growth Suite is a Shopify app that helps you do just that. Install it with a single click and start seeing results. You've been listening to The Conversion Bible. This podcast is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just land on the Shopify App Store now and test it for free.